We're traveling to Bologna, Italy, not to be confused with the American butchering of the word bologna. The date is August 2nd, 1980. Today is the date of the Bologna massacre. On this dreadful morning, a time bomb placed inside of an unattended suitcase was left in the waiting room at the Bologna Centrale railway station. When it went off, over 200 people were injured and over 85 people died. The blast collapsed the roof of the waiting room, destroyed most of the main buildings, and even hit a train waiting nearby for boarding. The station that day was filled with tourists and Italians seeking refuge from the blazing summer heat. This attack is known as the worst atrocity in Italy since World War II. Now, I bring up this awful tragedy because there is a fascinating Mandela effect attached to it. Fascinating enough, it could be its own Mandela effect mystery, like the video series that I have. But for now, we're just going to discuss it in this video. There is a giant clock on the wall of the Bologna station that stopped working at the exact moment of the attack. On the clock, it reads 10:25 a.m. Now here is where things get weird. Was the clock left at 10:25 a.m. in remembrance of this tragedy, or was it repaired right away? Thousands of people have gone on record as remembering the clock being left at 10:25 a.m. permanently. Newspapers talked about this and even photographs were taken, but now it turns out that it was repaired right away. And for 15 years the clock worked perfectly. In 1995, when it finally broke again, the clock was permanently set to 10:25 a.m. in remembrance of what had happened prior. So here's where things get weirder. An unbelievable number of people remember this clock being stopped all of those 15 years. So many, in fact, that scientific investigations were done to get to the bottom of this massive case of misremembering. This is one of the earliest modern examples of the Mandela effect. So early, in fact, that the term Mandela effect had not yet even been coined. The study showed that 92% of participants believed the clock had been broken the whole time. Not as in fixed right away, left on for 15 years, then stopped, but actually broken since 1980. 92%. Now, another 79% of participants claim to have personally seen the clock set to 10:25 a.m. And get this, that's 79%? That includes all 21 railway employees. An utterly staggering statistic. So if you know this case, what do you remember? Is this all a massive case of misremembering? Did everyone simply not pay attention for 15 years? Or has the Mandela effect struck again?